You burn me, you're dead to me.
You want to have a little bit of it right now?
This is a super cool ingredient because it lasts forever. It looks almost done. Today we're making Hokkaido style miso ramen.
Okay, first off, we're gonna marinate this pork, but we're gonna get into a more manageable size first, because this is a 8-pound pork butt. Yeah, so I'm not a butcher or anything.
And you can use a lot of different cuts of pork for this, right, Brenton? You just want a fatty cut.
Yeah, exactly. You can't really go wrong with pork in the oven. All right, so let's get over to the actual marinade ingredients.
So we have 2 different kinds of alcohol to choose from. Unfiltered sake, and we have mirin, which is like a sweet Japanese cooking rice wine. So to figure out which one we want to use for the marinade, we're gonna drink them both. Kanpai!
Kanpai.
Oh, wait a minute. It says food pairing, rich and well seasoned.
I think we're on the right path here.
Well, it's gonna be very sweet. How do you think any chef ever figures anything out?
Well, that's strange. It's
They
like
add,
a
like, sugar to
salty
this.
alcoholic syrup.
I think this then, because it's way sweeter.
We should use a splash of that, right?
Sure. We'll use both.
We need like 2.5 tablespoons of this palm sugar stuff. Dennis just happened to have it, and we tasted it, and it's really molassesy. Up next is 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, a tablespoon of oyster, we decided.
Did you just moan as you were pouring?
Yeah, look at it. Oh. I mean, it is a lot of pork to cover. 2 teaspoons 5 spice. This is the main flavor component of roast pork and a lot of Chinese dishes.
What about Japanese dishes?
Oh no!
We're just making some pretty roast pork, you know? I think we're gonna go 2 of the mirin. So that, and we're gonna add a splash of sake because it'll taste like alcohol, sure. Just a pinch of salt. There's already like soy and stuff in there, but I'm happy to go for the redness. We decided to add a little bit of a honey miso glaze. This pork's... Oh, that was hot. This pork needs about 10 minutes, so we're really close.
You want the glaze to thicken, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna add some homemade chicken broth to it, organic and free range. No, don't look at that, look at me. Do 4 cups of that.
If someone were to buy it at the store, that's like 1 carton, right?
Yeah, that is what it would be. I'm just gonna add like a tablespoon of sesame oil to this skillet. Then we're gonna roast some garlic in that. Alright, so now we're gonna start beefing up our chicken broth, making it into a ramen broth. Soy sauce. 2 tablespoons of sake. This one's unfiltered, so it'll be a little bit sweeter than normal sake. I'm just gonna add like a handful of bonito flakes.
Oh,
This is like dried tuna. A dirty dashi. Dried, smoked, and shaved.
oh my gosh.
It's you can use it as a topping too.
Is dashi just mean soup broth?
Yeah, it's like a soup stock. We're just gonna let this simmer for about 20 minutes. Let the ingredients get to know each other, develop some complexity. So Brenton reminded me that we were making miso ramen.
It's made out of fermented soybeans, right?
Yeah. So I'm just gonna add like 3 tablespoons of this. Yeah, so there's like 4 different kinds of ramen. There's miso ramen, shio ramen, shoyu ramen, and tonkatsu ramen. Miso is like relatively recently. They figured out they could add a lot of richness to their broth. The oldest is shio ramen, which is the salt-based ramen. Miso ramen comes from Hokkaido, if that's what you're wondering. It's the northernmost island of Japan, and it gets very cold there. You can usually tell if a ramen's a miso ramen broth because it'll be cloudy like this. Yeah. Last step, because we want the noodles to be fresh, we add them last. These are just noodles you can buy at the Asian grocery store. You just take off that. And these only need to boil for about 4 minutes, and you stir them occasionally. guess you gotta start a little bit with noodles, right? And then on the pork.
Woo.
Alright, pork. This is gonna be the star of the show. Oh my. That pork. It's better than the pork I've had in ramen shops.
Really?
Yeah, there's just so much tender love and care.
How does this compare to you got the real deal?
I don't remember if I had miso ramen.
Yeah, okay.
Because I only went to Tokyo and Kyoto and Hiroshima.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I probably did. Pretty similar. Thanks for joining. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll eat the rest of these 3 pounds of pork.
What's all in there, by the way?
Chicken broth, garlic, sesame oil, miso. Oh.
I got you!